guess I'll speak from my experience, right? There's a lot of bochinche, right? A lot of gossip. And if you compare to fulano de tal, the neighbor, whoever, I mean, how far is that going to get you, right? You can't do that. And I think I learned in my as I in my path of life, you can't do that. Somebody doing this that seemingly to you is not it, right? Doesn't meet your standards, could be living a happier life than you doing that. And I guess what I mean by that, I guess to put it in a real general, real, I guess, basic example is somebody making $10 an hour might be able to live the life that they want to live better than the person making $25 an hour. Yeah, they're making more money, but their misery is different because they can't even survive in the life that they want to live. Versus you making $10 an hour, you pay your rent, you pay your cat bill, you pay your cell bill, you got Netflix, you got your cell phone, your Vonage is on, you're good to go, right? So comparisons can be dangerous. They could serve as a motivational tool. I think it's hard to draw the distinction. Yeah, I know you want to be like Bill Gates, but listen, little motherfucker, you ain't gonna do it.
And you know what? That brings up the point from my perspective of why I left my last career. You know what I mean? I was at a place for 20 years. I was making six figures, easy six figures. Like my last thing, I think I made like 107 grand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, this sucks. Like I never get to see my kids. My wife's at home being a single parent, blah, blah, blah. It's like, damn, what the fuck? This fucking sucks. It's not right. So then I'm just like, damn, am I gonna be a miserable guy with money, or do I want to be happier making less money? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just made that leap of faith. I just said, fuck this. I'm gonna find something that's, a lot better. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna be making money, but you know what? Having shit that money can't buy is what truly makes you rich. So I just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna leave.
I'm mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
It's quality of life, man, and quality of life is priceless. You know what I'm saying? If you're making $250,000 a year, right, but you work from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day, right? So you never see your wife, you never see your kids, you never have time for friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could be miserable. Whereas somebody who's making 75, like, are they making 250,000? Nah. Are their bills paid for? They eating good? They can take a trip when they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even somebody making 45, 50. You know, like I'd rather have a higher quality of life than a larger salary.
Yeah.
If you can get both.
I mean, that's ideal. Don't get me wrong. I'm not out here. I'm not out here trying to be broke. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's one of those things. It's like quality of life is really important. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to shit on my last job, but I worked hours that were insane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My average week was 75 to 90 hours. That's crazy.
In today's workforce, I think what we're seeing is a high demand, right, for qualified individuals that 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, we didn't see. An entry-level job requires a bachelor's degree is insane to me, right? And then you get that degree, right? You're how old, right? You're 18 when you graduate, 22 after 4 years of college. Let's say you took a year off, you're 23, maybe 24 because you're a little bit older. I don't know. You stayed back a year, you're 25. Now you got a bachelor's degree, you're getting an entry-level job, you're making $14 an hour. How the fuck are you surviving with that? Where's the quality of life in that? Now you got to work those 60 hours a week in order to get through your month. To me, that's nuts. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you're making the 250, like you're saying, but don't be fooled. You're working around the clock. You're making 250, when that phone goes off at 1 a.m, you better answer that shit on a fucking Sunday night.
Yep.
Ajá, ¿qué pasó? El concón se pegó. Ah, no. Scrape it and sell it. It's tomorrow's special. Yo, my man, like that shit comes, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit doesn't come with no strings.
Yeah.
But I think we're seeing a shift though. I think we're seeing a shift, and I think employees are being valued more. I think I could be speaking way out of term here. From my perspective, I think what we're seeing is there's a lean towards a better life for the employees.
Well, the thing is, you know, the people in charge, they're just getting younger and younger. You know what I mean? So
that's one thing. I think that's one thing. I think we're seeing that too.
That's what it.
I think we're seeing that. But I think COVID has presented such a crazy situation for us where you have to be able to balance this shit. And if you could do it, for those that are, you know, Ghost, from the IT perspective, what are you seeing in the last, it's been roughly almost 6 months right now. It's almost a half a year.
Mm-hmm.
From March till now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you seeing in that realm?
So I can't speak for everywhere, but at my company, they are very generous to the employees. And when I say that is, even though we're not in the office, work still needs to get done. People have circumstances that are requiring them to have to alter their entire life but still get their job done. Prime example, childcare, right? I don't have a sitter. I don't have a daycare because I can't, right? We're social distancing and the school is closed. So my job is very sensitive to that. And so what they're doing is people are allowed to alter their schedules, right? So instead of having to report in at 8 and you finish at 5, right? You know, you can change your shift so you work from 8 to 12, or, you know, and then you have to like do schooling or whatever, and then you can finish from like 6 to 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that flexibility as a schedule is one thing that they're doing. From a technology standpoint, we're sending everything to everybody's house. Like, all right, yo, you got to work from home. You can remote into your computer. Well, I got a MacBook and I can only use one screen. All right, we'll get you a loaner laptop. We'll send you 2 monitors. We'll send you a docking station. It's like they're really flexible and really sensitive to people's needs, to the point where it's like, yo, I got a stipend to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I need a headset at my house and one of my monitors went out. I got a stipend. It was like, all right, how much did you pay for it? We'll give you this amount for it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's the thing that I'm starting to see. And then it's also shifting our, you know, our IT roadmap. Whereas instead of replacing desktops, we're buying everybody laptops, since you're going to be working from home anyway. So now here, have this laptop at your house. We'll buy you a docking station or whatever. So if you do decide you're ready to come into the office, all you got to do is snap it in. You know what I'm saying? So it's completely shifting. Like everything is moving more toward the we call it flex work, but, you know, working from home. Just to accommodate people's, you know, I'm caring for my older aunt. I have my kids. I can't come into the office anymore. You know what I'm saying? Not until all this is done and everybody goes back to wherever they were. So it's just like, all right, how do we get this? So we're planning like, all right, for the next year, let's say this goes on for a year. How do we accommodate that? So it's just like, yo, just buy everybody equipment and it's done.
How much strain does that put from what you're seeing, from your perspective and your knowledge? How much strain is that putting on? I'm gonna say the network, but I guess what I mean is from your IT infrastructure, your whole setup. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you as an IT professional when all of a sudden nobody's in the office, but now everybody's remote? Does that change
100%
the IT infrastructure?
100%. So now, you know, as a network engineer, you worry about your network in the office, right? You have all your switches, you have, you know, your main line that comes in, you have your backup line, you have intrusion protection, you know, with your firewall set up, you have all your rules set up to, you know, optimize the traffic so that everybody can work at an optimal rate. Now everybody works from home. But now your days are spent like, yo, my Skype calls keep dropping. All right, now I got to connect and, you know, install this on your computer and capture this. So now I'm troubleshooting everybody's home network instead of worrying about the network in the office. So it does add a strain on the IT team because now instead of worrying about one location, you're servicing 300 locations.
Okay, okay. How do you now? I guess. I mean, this is new. This is a whole new. This is a whole new shit right now for us. It's pandemic. How does IT prepare for that? Do you have any ideas how you would prepare for handling 300 locations at once?
it, you you make a standard, right? You got to set a standard like, yo, this is the expectation. This is the equipment we recommend. This is the way we recommend you do it. The hard part is selling that and getting the buy-in from the 300 locations because we're not talking about, it's not like I opened 300 offices. It's like, yo, this is somebody's house. So it's like, yo, I understand you and your kids are at home. They're binging Netflix all day. Your internet is going to be trash. It's just what's going to happen. You got to plug it in. We recommend using these items. You know what I'm saying? Here, we're going to send you, we're going to send you what you need as far as, we're not giving them network equipment, but we are making that recommendation. So it's like, yo, you got to use these access points. This is how you plug it in. This is the best way to set it up. And then you just kind of go from there. But
it sounds to me like if this was a permanent situation, it would behoove the company to be like, all right, I need you to be running at optimal speeds. I need to be there. No excuses. No Zoom calls are being dropped. No Google Meets are being dropped.
mm-hmm.
We stop renting the office space because the office space is, as we progress into the future, the office space is going to be obsolete.
Right.
So that's I think one thing we could sort of bank on, right? For a lot of industries, the office space, what do you need it for? When I could do my job from my home. But now, why don't you introduce some type of equipment where specifically is for work, right? Where you shoot it over to the house, whatever that may be, however that may be.
Mm-hmm.
And now I save $250 a year on rent, and I'm just paying, I don't know, $100 a month at these certain locations. I mean, 100 times 300.
It's going to get pricey.
Could be quite costly, but yeah, you know the point I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
If it makes economical sense,
you got to lower your operating costs and figure out how to balance that. Like, is it cheaper for us to increase our data plan on Verizon and say, yo, here, just so you have guaranteed internet, use the Verizon wireless card, and we'll bump up the amount of gigabytes you get every month. And then this way in the office, we can lower. We don't necessarily need that, 1 terabyte connection.
It's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how this unfolds coming into the future. Because again, again, this is a very surface level thought. I haven't dug deep into this idea, but why rent office space? You know what I'm saying? Like office space in Boston, what are you paying for? What are you paying a year for office space in Boston?
It's crazy.
Upwards of $1 million, right? Yeah. Upwards of $1 million. And now if you're able to drop that down to, I don't know, 100K in internet, like what are we talking about here? Like if I'm going to ship you out office equipment, my 300 employees, you all get my office laptops, which are mine. You'll send them back to me, right? We'll send you everything you need to work from home, and we'll get you a whole separate internet plan for you to work. Again, without seeing numbers, I'd like to see where the pitfalls may lie. Maybe it's in the internet security. I don't know. I know that's a big deal. I know that's always a hot topic. Fraud is a big deal. I'd like to see why not, right? For those who can. There's people that can't do it, right?
Right.
Like Jedi, you have to be out there. You can't do your work from home.
Yep.
So how has this whole situation changed your work? Has it changed it at all? Or it's just business as usual?
Well, the thing is, so I work for the post office now. And the thing is, they're giving everybody 2 weeks full pay time off if they want to take it. You know what I mean? So they're giving everybody 2 weeks. But it's pretty much, besides that, it's pretty much business as usual.
Hmm.
So the only thing is, you have to wear a mask in the office, and if you want to, you could wear your mask while you're out. I choose not to. I choose not to wear gloves. I work in a shitty city where,
Don't say that. We love our city. We love our city. Chill, chill, chill.
well, I don't work for the city that I live in. I work in a different city.
Okay.
That's a lot shit.
Then fuck that city.
The thing is, I'm more worried about catching, hepatitis C, gonorrhea, syphilis
Yikes.
by all the handrails that I'm touching in that dirty city. You know what I mean?
Nah.
But I feel like for me, the thing is with the infrastructure of the mail, it doesn't affect it one bit. You know what I mean? Because think about it. The Unabomber, he was sending bombs through the mail. Mail never stopped.
Shit.
H1N1, swine flu, bird flu. Nothing ever changed the mail. Nothing stopped the mail. So it's like it's business as usual. It's like nothing's stopping the mail. People are saying like, oh, Trump's trying to stop the mail, this and that. Nothing will ever stop the mail. Nothing's gonna stop the mail. You have to get mail.
Yeah.
You have to get mail.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
There's so many different ways of thinking that you can't rule out any ideas, right? And that's why I don't really subscribe to any political views, just because if I'm not well informed about any side of things, I can't really make a judgment call on it. From my perspective, I'm allowed the luxury to be home. So guess what? Everything is outside. I'm staying inside. That's my perspective. I know a lot of people that are like, yo, I'm out here doing fucking flights, I'm drinking, sharing drinks. I'm over here with so and so. That's cool. You could do that. I'm good. We could take a shot over Zoom. I don't need to go out. That's just my perspective. I don't want anybody in the house. We could chill outside until you have to pee. Then you gotta go because you're not coming in. And again, that's just my perspective in my situation. I'm sure a lot of people feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? If it was just me, it might be a little bit different. But I got kids to think about. I can't get them sick just because I want to drink. So my perspective, when I take a walk down the street, I don't wear a mask. There's nobody fucking here. My town's got a population of less than 9,000 people. I'm not bumping into anybody. I'm good, right? Grocery shopping, Bay does it, masked up. Okay. Things were a little bit more scary in the beginning, but now less scarier. Nonetheless, if we're afforded the luxury to just be in, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. For those who have to go out, for those who have to work, for those essential workers, it's a different topic. Trust me, this conversation would have another box with another person on there yelling at us right now. Yo, fuck you. What do you mean? People got to cash their check. My response to that is like, motherfucker, you don't got direct deposit?
For real. For real.
But hey, again, surface level.
Yeah.
You got to know people's specific.
Yeah. And shout out to the essential workers who, they have to be out there, have to do work, have to support their family still, and don't have the luxury to be able to stay in the house. Like I recognize the privilege and luck that I have in this situation. And I know not everybody can do it, even like the people on the front line, like doctors, nurses, going back in the hospitals, doctors' offices opening back up to start seeing patients. Like there's a level of risk involved there. And we recognize that. But what we're saying is like, if it doesn't have to happen, if it's non-essential, what's the point? Like, why risk it? Let me stay in the house where it's safe.
It's a beautiful way to clean it up. I like that.
See, to me, the thing is like, I understand that it's a real thing and shit's going around and people are dying from it, blah, blah, blah. but I have no underlying health issues. Every day I put emergency in my gallon of water, which is like 200% vitamin C, which helps the immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I'm outside breathing the air that's out there, which my body's creating antibodies for my immune system. And to me, I'm not paranoid about it. I understand it's a real thing, you can get it, but I'm not paranoid to the fact where I don't want to hang out with anybody. But I understand, if you don't want to hang out, then okay, I get it. But I'm not going to be like, ah, away.
Yo, you know what? Yo, Jedi, you know what? My man, trust me. I'm the same. I'm not going to stop. Basically, what you're saying is, I'm not going to stop living my life.
Right. But,
and I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. When shit got real to me, this is when shit got real to me, right? And I'm going to let Ghost chime in. I'm not going to stop living my life. That shit's in the air. My man, you're going to get it, you're going to get it. Shit got real to me when it fucked with the economy. Let me tell you right now, nobody wants shit to fuck with their money.
Mm.
When the country said nobody's working, there's no money being made, that's when I knew. I was like, oh shit, this shit's serious. I had my lunch bag ready to go. My man, I had a tie. Well, if I wore a tie, I would have a tie on. I was ready to go. When shit started fucking with the money, that's when I knew, nah, this shit's serious. This shit ain't no joke. This shit ain't no playtime. Up until that point, I was good. In December, when that shit struck the boat over there in China or wherever it was, whatever, that shit's over there.
Mm-hmm.
January came, we were chilling. February, we were bugging out. March 1st, I was good. A week later, by March 8th, the office is closed, don't come in. People are dying. Everybody's getting raped out here. Well, the raping is different, but shit was going down in the DMs, baby. That's when it got serious, and I was like, all right. Nobody's gonna allow shit to fuck with their money, and by nobody, I mean, the people who, the reptilians, whoever controls this shit. I don't know who it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to make a point to, I'm not going to stop living my life, but if I do go somewhere, I'm bringing my mask. I'm not one of these fucking idiots that get mad when they get told to put on a fucking mask. It's like, dude, just put your fucking mask on.
That's the shit I don't like, man. I can't breathe because I'm wearing a mask. Bam, get a different mask. They sell masks with ventilation, right? Just spend.
America. This is America. Shut up.
And it's not even for me, right? Like, I mean, other than the fact that I'm a I'm a large sex symbol, I like to call it. All right, but I'm overweight. So outside of that though, I don't have I'm not diabetic. I don't have asthma. Like, I don't have any underlying health issues. But it's not about me. You know what I mean? I wear my mask because it's like I want to go home and see my grandma. My grandma's 80 years old.
Beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? I want to go home and see my nephew. Now I know kids, don't really get it, but at the same time, like, if he has asthma, so if he is one of the kids that get it, and it's because I'm a dickhead, what I'm saying, not wearing my mask, not social distancing, that's different. So
think about it. What's your life expectancy, right? If I get it, shit, I got half my life to live. If my kid gets it, he's got his entire life to live with whatever the fuck the side effects is. One second arm, another eyeball pops out of his fucking underneath his tongue. Like, we can't have that shit. We know what this shit does. We don't know. We just got it 6 months ago. We don't know what the fuck this shit does. Gentlemen.
About that time.
We definitely had the time. I know the little boy's getting dropped off. I gotta take a piss. This was a very healthy conversation. Healthy. I liked it. I was very happy with the way this thing went.
Yeah.
Yo, Jedi, how you feeling, Jedi?
Good.
I was gonna say let's close it out.
All right. Well, anyway, that has been another episode of the Super Dope Podcast. We have Pink Salt Bay up here, D's, Ghost down bottom, and I have been Jedi. We'll see you next time.
Peace.